so short.
Oi, oi.
Episode 13 of Behind the Bar. We are back.
Welcome back, folks.
Yeah, we're back again. I know you don't like us, but tough luck.
Yeah, you're here now.
Yeah.
Watch it, bitch. You started quite high, man.
Yeah,
You started
yeah.
quite high up
I
there.
don't know.
I had to go for a lower harmony. I think I went for the octave, in fact. Yeah, I've got
Nice
a music
work.
degree.
I don't, so you can tell.
I don't know.
I drift every
don't know.
time.
I'm feeling great today. I feel like everything's going.
Everything's going well.
Yeah.
It's
This
gonna
is
go,
this is.
episode 13. Obviously, it's gonna go smoothly.
Yeah.
He's jinxed it now.
Yeah.
Lucky number.
I saw it earlier and I wasn't going to say anything, but
Yep,
yeah,
well,
we
now
can-
it's open. It's out there in the open. It's in the universe. Thanks.
How was
Ben,
your
thanks.
week, John?
My week was okay. I bought a new jacket. I'm wearing it.
Oh yeah, give us a spin.
I'm wearing it again. Been wearing it every day.
Hey. Very nice.
Yeah, I've been told.
Aviator man.
Yeah, I've been told I look like an undercover 70s cop.
Mm-hmm.
I think you look like a space cowboy. I'll
Nice.
mix it up.
Space.
Thanks. I like it.
The space
Space
cowboy.
Tune.
There you go.
Absolute tune.
I don't know. You need some tassels on that. I
Tassels
think.
and aviators and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a bike.
Why did
Yeah.
you say that in a Western
Aviators.
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 Morgan.
Yeah, my week's been alright. I've been pretty busy.
Where'd you go on Friday?
I went to Ramesh Ranganathan live in the Brighton Dome. Great.
That's cool.
However, just one tip, because I haven't been to a live show in ages.
Yeah.
Just one tip from what I learned on Friday. Don't drink too much. Because
I mean, that's your life tip.
Yeah, that should have been your tip regardless.
I'm just saying, when you're sat in an aisle seat somewhere and you're not next to the aisle, when you're sat in a row of seats, because at the end of it, really, I spent the last sort of 20 minutes, didn't take a word of what he said in,
Just needed to
really
piss.
focusing on not pissing myself.
Should have brought some bottles. A few like six empty bottles or
yeah,
something.
1 2-litre bottle.
I- no, no,
What's
no,
this for?
Topping it up.
It's fine piss.
I think the life hack is getting a catheter. Is that what it's called?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
One of
yeah.
those bags.
Yeah.
I will keep the drinking habit, but if I've got to go and sit down for a while, I get a piss bag.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Benjamin.
Yeah, it was good. I got ill at the end of the
We're-
week.
I mean, we're all
We
we're
all live
pretty there.
together, so someone got it and spread
I mean,
it
I'm
around.
over it now.
I
So
feel
fuck you
much.
guys.
I feel much better than I did this morning.
Yeah.
I am in sort of.
I thought he had another allergic reaction this
He
morning when he
kinda-
walked into the kitchen.
I had groggy
It was
eyes. And
terrible.
he looked at me. He went, "Are you okay?" I went, "Yeah." He went, "Are you sure?"
Are
Yeah.
you sure?
Yeah. Anyway,
But that's it, really. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
our week.
We have a really exciting episode today, and we
Really?
have a very special guest who's looking quite handsome at the bar there.
yeah.
With his nice hat on.
Oh, he's
Please,
flirting with you.
Please welcome Tom Gray. I'm gonna clap. To
Clap, you clap.
Give him a clap. Well, hey, you got your
I'll
headphones
give you a second
there.
to sit down, get ready.
It's like Johnny getting his headphones on at the start.
You on?
He's in.
Yeah,
He's
comfortable.
locked in.
Lock him in.
I'm in the zone, boys.
Welcome to Behind the Bar podcast.
Well, thank you very much for having me, boys. It's delightful to be here.
Mm.
How are we today?
Getting there.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this. I'm very excited for Top Beer today
Oh yes. It's exciting.
because
Yeah,
that's how you initially reached out to us as a comment on our Top Beer.
It was 100%. I mean, big fan of Top Gear. Saw the skit and I thought, well, that's just bloody delightful.
Yes.
And I can remember just posting the comment was like, can I do it with a Guinness, please? And
No.
now I'm
Immediate
First of all, no.
No.
But
Yeah,
second
no,
of
you
all-
can't do it again.
it is the averagely priced pint. And,
Exactly, yeah.
unfortunately, it is Stella. So
Yeah.
for all of my sins, if I start belching into the mic, I do apologise.
Oh,
That's fine.
Oh no,
That's
There's
standard.
there's one guy on YouTube who loves it,
Yeah.
Who does he?
and he's
Yeah.
like, keep the burps coming, keeps commenting. So yeah,
Keep the burps coming. They keep him coming. That's for sure.
yeah, keep
Yeah.
yeah. If you got a burp,
I'm
do
doing
it.
this for your pleasure. Just remember that.
Yeah. That's
Anyway,
the plan.
do you want to tell the audience who you are, what you do?
Yeah, so name's Tom Gray. Hi.
Hello.
Just sort of basically.
Hello to you.
That was magical. I love that.
Hello.
Hi, friend. But yeah, so started making content probably in September, I think, something like that.
This
Just
year.
crazy, man.
Yeah, so
Wow.
it's only been sort of 7-8 months.
That's
something
what I
like that.
said. I feel like I've been seeing you on TikTok for years. I
Oh.
can't.
I mean, that genuinely feels amazing. I mean, I can remember it was, the 10th of October? I celebrated 500 followers on TikTok. That was,
way.
Yeah,
No
because
way.
that was like halfway to my goal of 1,000.
And what are you at now?
Nearly, I think we're at like 235,000, I think.
In 8 months, that is extraordinary.
That is nuts.
It does feel a little bit mad. Yeah,
Teach us, man. Teach us the tricks.
Jesus. I mean, you guys are doing perfectly. Just sit around and chat shit. It clearly works very, very well. But yeah, kind of cover everything from politics, historical stories, mainly on sort of military history side, and then a little bit of Formula One and men's mental health. Got to look out for our fellow boys.
It's good stuff, man.
And, I don't want to be too preachy on the subject because obviously it's always a little bit of a touchy subject, right?
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to be like, shout from the rooftops, we got to look out for each other because that's not how men work, right?
Yeah.
Like, we don't want to be coddled. We don't want to be told that, we're beautiful and we'll be fine. We want someone to say, here's a task, go do it, be productive, and you'll probably feel a little bit better afterwards.
Yeah. I always feel as well on the like men's side of things is if you lean too hard into like looking out for men, just like Andrew Tate sort of.
Oh God, yeah. And I mean, there's
What a man.
I mean, bold dude from Romania.
I'm joking.
Like, we're
I'm
getting
joking.
in trouble.
I'm joking.
God.
Whoa! Can you edit that so it just says that and it doesn't do the joking part and it edits back? Ready? 1, 2, 3, cut. Back in.
Yeah, and you've got some strong points, I suppose. But yeah, it's it's a weird scene, and there are some people that are almost borderline sort of hating on women, and it's
It's a weird. You
It's
can't
awful.
supporting men and hating women like it's such a weird.
It goes hand in hand sometimes.
it is just a bizarre
It's-
sort
yeah.
of strategy to take,
Yeah.
really, right?
Yeah.
Like, surely dudes that are struggling, the one thing they want to do is find a lady friend and, start something from
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
teaching them to hate women, that's
It's
not
so weird.
exactly going to help them on their task, really.
I agree.
I've got one first question for you because you've hinted at it today when we were chatting when you came,
Oh dear.
and you didn't say anything. What do you do for a living?
Yes. So, for all of my sins, I run a tourism business.
Okay.
Yes. So I take people in privately guided tours of London in a fleet of classic Mini Coopers.
Okay, it's adding up now. It's adding up now.
It's all coming together.
And if you want a tour, go to.
Go to smallcarbigcity.com.
Yeah.
Don't forget it.
That's perfect, eh?
Yeah, so I mean, it's literally the perfect. I'd love to take the credit for that brilliant bit of marketing, but no, I kind of rocked up on the scene, and that was already what it was.
Right.
But I've been doing that now for 8-9 years, I think.
Oh shit! So you're good at it.
I,
Well, we don't know that.
we don't know,
You'd
but
hope so
yeah.
after that amount of
I was about to
time,
say, I'm just, I guess, good at driving and chatting shit
Yeah.
and getting away with it.
Yeah.
Which is,
It's a bit like us and drinking.
I mean, yeah, you guys are definitely better at drinking than I am. So if I start,
I
to
don't know
stumble-
about that. You haven't seen me drunk yet, mate.
Yeah.
I am kind of looking forward to it though.
Why do I always turn gay for the guests? What's going on, man?
Every time.
Always
It's because you're sat there with your legs wide open.
Trust me,
like,
trust me.
it's
By the
mad.
end of the episode, I'll be up like this. We'll be like,
Is that a promise?
Man spreading.
It started early today.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so it's Mini Coopers, right? That you-
Yes, sir. So the oldest car that we've got is a 1974 Innocenti, which is sort of a limited edition that they made specifically for Italy. And that was the first car on the fleet. It was actually the boss's 17th birthday present that he was given by his father.
shit. But I respect that a lot, actually, getting that and not just taking it. He's made it into a business, right?
Well, it was weird because, I mean, like, he went to university and he studied English literature, graduated in, I think, 2007. And then, like, every English literature graduate decided to go and work in finance, naturally. But given the fact that it was 2008, he was driving his Mini from job interview to job interview. But he realised that nobody was giving him a gig because obviously it was 2008. And he realised whilst he was driving around that everyone loved the Mini. And he thought, well, tourism's popular, my Mini's popular, and it all kind of culminated when a Texan dude like came up to the car, knocked on his window, and said, "Sir, if I give you like $200, would you drive me down the road and bring me back?" And he was like, "Yeah, done." And then the company was born, and yeah,
Sweet.
the
I mean,
rest is history.
it feels so fitting to go around London in a Mini, like
Vintage Mini too.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of, I think, what the curb appeal of it is really.
Yeah.
And I mean, you do feel like a a proper special kid when you're driving around. You know, the royal waves. Hello, how are we? And everybody's dressed in tweed.
Yeah.
And I'm a tart. I love being the centre
Well,
of
maybe
attention.
we'll chat after the podcast and maybe see if we can sort out a behind the bar cross small car.
Oh,
big
there's
city
tour as
tour
well,
or
isn't
something.
there?
Well,
Yeah.
that's it. I mean, we do a gin tour, so I could take you on a gin safari, take you to the best places in London for gin.
Perfect.
Maybe not
He
gin.
can't
Could we swap it out for beer? Because if it's gin, I can't.
No,
Oh,
he's drinking
yes.
tonic.
Just tonic. That'll be all right. But I just can't drink any gin.
You are a fragile sausage, aren't you?
It's just too early to be getting this game. To give it the second half, I'll let loose then.
All right, okay. I mean, just put your legs together. I'm just, it's just. There we go.
Sit delicately.
I'm not quite as turned on anymore. There we go.
Okay, well, I think we all know what's coming. There's got to be first up, right?
Can I shout
it's
out?
it now.
I think John should announce it.
Go on.
Go on.
Top beer.
So what we've got on the table here is a pint of Stella, because all top beer times are Stella,
It's our star with our reasonably priced pint.
and it is in a Hell's glass because I think to make it fair, we will do it out of the same glass, right?
Perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And it's not stemmed, so it's easy to smack down.
Yeah, exactly.
The rules are you're gonna have your hand on the table.
Yes, sir.
You've got to. I'll start the timer when you lift your hand off the table, chug it. Once you've finished, pint back on the table, hand back, and I'll stop the timer when your hand goes back on the table and your pint's got to be empty.
Right, okay. Why is it I all of a sudden feel really nervous?
Yes,
It's kind of intentional. But
Oh, dearie me.
Where do you think you're going to score,
Exactly.
man?
You gotta know
God,
this.
crumbs. I actually feel like I'm on Top Gear. This is like a lifelong dream. This is amazing. Oh, it's the best leadership board
top
in
what?
the world.
Top beer.
Top
beer.
beer.
Yeah,
Top beer, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
so good. I think I'm probably going to be in between Ben Cook and Alex Heyman. So anywhere from like 11 to 40 seconds.
You got to beat Johnny.
I want a
I want
specific
to beat
time
Johnny.
from you.
That's
I
always
want-
the goal.
I really want to beat Johnny.
To be honest, when Johnny set that time, we thought he was going to be at the bottom
Yep.
all season. But
Sorry, Alex.
I'm really
Yeah.
disappointed in you, Alex.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, I expected more from Alex. Being an Essex boy, I thought he was just going to absolutely chong it.
because
That's what we thought,
He was,
that's what
he
we
was
thought.
saying, "Nah, I'm going to do terrible. We're going to do terrible." We're like, bullshit. And then he got that first half of the pint down, and we're like,
He's gonna win.
He's quick.
Absolute
And then
boy.
He took
And to
his
be honest,
time.
I wasn't expecting James to be that good.
Nah, James.
And I'm sort of miffed off that I
Yeah.
wasn't top of the board.
Your
the
claim
whole
to
time.
fame.
I'm a competitive little cunt. I said it.
Yeah.
So what do you reckon? I want some seconds. Give
All
me
right,
like
okay, seconds. Well, Johnny's in at 21:38.
Yeah.
So let's aim for a 20-second. I
Okay,
reckon.
fine.
Aim for a 20-second. I think that'll be all
So
right.
you want sub 20?
That's good.
Sub 20. Yeah.
That's a good score.
People aim
be
for
middle
like
of
a
the
sub
pack.
2 half marathon. I'm going to go for a sub 20-second chug.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm going to
Seems
move
fair.
my headphone cable out of the
All
way.
right, I'm going to ditch the mic so I don't
Yeah.
spill it.
Hand
Yes,
that
let me
to,
pass it to you.
hand
I'll
that to
drink.
Morgan.
You can have that.
Okay. I'm
Are
on
you
the
going to do
time.
the time, Ben?
Feel free to abuse the glass if you'd like.
Yeah, you can slam it
Use
down.
it.
I might even move some stuff around, so
Yeah.
if you want to slam it, you can slam it. all the milliseconds count here.
They do. When Morgan did his, he smashed his against the table.
Okay. I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, go. On go is when you start, yeah? And
Scheiße.
then
Any
time
last
stops
words?
again once your hand
I
is on
love
the
you,
table.
Mum.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
For King and Country.
Oh my god. Little bit of spillage there at the start. But he's doing
This is
it.
it,
got
this
this,
is-
man.
he's
Just
got this, he's
power
got this,
through the
he's got
pain
this,
because
he's got
it
Not
is
too
painful.
bad.
It's so painful.
Oh
I
my God.
remember
Oh my God,
the
it's
It's
last
not good.
time.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. You've got to beat Alex.
This is
I remember this. This is
okay.
traumatizing.
No,
for
it's
me.
fine. Make it seem easy. It'll be
It's
alright.
so
You'll be
easy.
fine. You'll be fine. I know it's painful. You got to keep
It's not
going.
bad. It's the last little sip. There's not much left.
He's almost there.
Bastard.
He's almost getting there. He's almost there. He's
Last
almost
little
there.
bit.
Just last
Here we
bit.
go,
Keep
here we
going.
go.
That's it.
Oh my
One more
God.
time. One more
Yeah,
time. One
that's
more
it,
time.
that's
There
it.
you go.
Down, hand. Lovely stuff.
Right.
We have our time.
How was that?
We
me
are
get up.
locked
If
in.
you need a bucket, we can get a bucket.
No,
I'm
he's
moist.
That was good. I mean, it wasn't bad.
It was awful.
It's
I'm not gonna lie.
incredible.
What's your prediction? You
Okay.
still think sub 20?
No, I'm thinking like that was probably a 25-30 second. I reckon something
All
like
right.
that. But so it's not quite the draw we wanted, but hey, I did top beer and I actually got the beer
Yeah.
down. Eventually, it
Top
did
beer.
go down.
Our completely original idea
Yeah.
that isn't based off of anything else.
Yeah. You're on the leaderboard of our
The best idea in the world.
Yeah.
You do it better than me anyway, the in the world thing.
In the world.
That's good.
You've forgotten the time. Yeah, that's. I
John's
think you're right.
forgotten the
I think you're
time,
right.
man.
Yeah.
I was about
Okay.
to say, feel free to subtract 5 seconds if you
Okay, so
So how do you think you did?
I feel like I've let all of my fellow rugby players down.
Yeah.
I just want to apologise in advance for that. I'm sorry, Mum.
this is
No, I'm going to go 25 seconds is where I reckon I'm at.
25 seconds.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, Tom Gray,
Yeah.
you did your top beer time in
Yes, sir.
0 minutes.
Oh,
That's good.
that's good.
35.
Ah!
4.
Damn it. But I beat Heyman.
You're not at the
Yes.
bottom
I
of the
beat
board. which is
Heyman.
important.
Yeah.
It's perfect. I beat an Essex boy chugging a pint. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Two breaks. 2 breaks isn't.
isn't.
It's a good time for 2 breaks in there. You
Yeah.
know, but
I mean, to be fair, any of my boys that I played rugby with, they are now going to be incredibly embarrassed, but not surprised in the slightest. I was not known for
Do you know
my
what? It
chugging
makes
ability.
me feel slightly embarrassed
That's the one.
that I can drink a pint in 6.92
Yeah,
seconds,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I didn't feel anywhere near the pain. You look like you're. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, God.
That makes me quite embarrassed in a sense.
Well, I'm not looking forward to seeing my face back on that. Like, it's just, God, I was pulling faces normally only my girlfriends would see. So,
Girlfriends plural. you got more than one on the go.
well, I am single, so you're allowed to have multiple, right?
Okay, all right.
yeah.
Am I just digging myself a really bad hole?
Yeah, man.
I'm going to
We
take
can
that,
edit this out, though,
I'm
right?
going to
That's
take that
fine.
shovel from you now.
Thank you very much.
No way.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna segue.
Segue.
So you brought up your rugby past.
Yes, sir.
I want to know what your worst like. Did you have any initiation sort of ritual for rugby?
Yes, that's not even close. Excuse me. That's for you, darling. I know you like it. Keep stroking. So the worst initiation that I ever had was basically you strip down to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You've then got to squat,
Mm-hmm.
and what they do is they then get a bit of toilet paper.
Yeah.
Got to clench your butt cheeks.
Yeah.
They then put it down to the floor.
Right.
Cut it. Then you get given a pint, and you've got to chug the pint before the toilet paper then rises all the way up to your arsehole because they light it. And you saw how I downed that pint, so you can figure out what happened to my bare bottom quite quickly.
I've actually done this. I've done this in the
Yeah,
back
but with
garden
your
of my mum's
time-
house, and I was fine.
You had a couple beers.
I sat down and a cigarette halfway through.
You're just absolutely loving it. Whereas, unfortunately for me, I bend over and it looks like I got a bloody darts board on the back of my house. It was painful. That one, I had to shave the entire leg hair off of one of my legs. We had to play. What was it? We had to play raw chicken rugby. That was an interesting one. So you get a full chicken, and you get a rugby ball. Everyone stands in a circle, and essentially you've got to pass the ball around in a circle. But the difference is say we've got us here. So you would have the chicken. I would have the rugby ball. You've got to launch the chicken in the air. I'm going to pass you the rugby ball, and you've got to pass the rugby ball to. Please remind me of your name. I'm sure your name's
My name's Johnny.
Johnny. Thank you. I'm sorry.
okay.
I'm
No, don't
so
worry.
bad.
I've
I'm
got a very
so bad.
forgettable name. It's okay.
But you've
Johnny
got
with an H.
you've got a memorable, gorgeous face and a
Oh.
jacket as well.
You
Thank
could have
you.
gone for like a non-compliment.
Thank
there.
you
could have gone
very
for like,
much.
I can remember your face. It's very distinctive.
yeah. I say that about Morgan and his height. That's the only reason I know his name.
Ooh. Going in for the low blow, pun intended.
Definitely low blow. Yeah.
Oh my god! This is just a quick one. At the club the other day, someone didn't know my name, one of the promoters, and asked the bar staff.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, where's the?"
No, that was me. They asked.
And they went, "Where's the? The little guy with the short hair." I was like, "Are you nuts?"
Yeah.
Where's the unsupervised child?
No, I said, oh, you're looking for Morgan. They went, is he the short one? I went, yeah.
So essentially, you would have the raw chicken.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to hold the raw chicken, fling it up in the air.
Yeah.
I pass you the rugby ball. You've got to catch it and then pass it to Johnny before you catch the chicken. And if you drop the chicken, you then basically you have to get on your knees and we get to slap you around the face with a full chicken.
Oh, nice.
What? Do you get grip of both legs? Is that?
Well, you just kind of hold it like a bowling ball and just like shot.
put that forfeit in Sven.
Ouch.
Yeah. We'll put a chicken in the fridge now.
I mean, there's a reason why I'm not known for my good looks. The amount of times I've been punched in the face, I had a raw chicken thrown at my face.
Oh my goodness.
At least it's not frozen.
No, I have had a frozen fish like launched at my leg weirdly once.
Is that rugby
was like-
related or just
No,
out
that
and
was just I
about?
was walking through a random market and I think like the fish decided to have a second go at life and just like fell off and smacked me in the leg. What the fuck?
Well, there you go. That was top beer and
rugby.
conversation.
Well, I'm not going to lie. I feel very, very privileged that I've actually made it onto the very select list of
I
top
know.
beer.
Yeah.
I know. Is
Top
it?
beer. I feel like a man now.
I mean, end of the season, we'll see how you've done.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Because
Well, you're
right
not-
now it's not looking good.
It's not
But
looking
I'm-
great, but the fact that that was stellar, I feel like I need to trade this turtleneck out for like a wife beater, spill
Oh,
some
yeah.
egg on
Oh,
it, and just go
we
shout
can cut
at women.
right now. I'm sure there's one back there somewhere.
I've got one on. We can trade.
You don't want to wear it.
Socks,
Trust me,
yeah.
you don't want to wear it.
Extra schmedium. I like it.
Okay, so next for today, I thought we will look at some English slang.
Okay,
Yes.
interesting.
Old edition. So I've got
Shakespeare,
some up-
the inventor of slang.
Yeah.
Nice.
I also think it's really interesting that Tom, you know loads of things about the English language that I've never heard before. Like you
Yeah.
mentioned crumpet earlier about girls.
Oh, yes.
I've never in my life heard that.
I think I missed
No.
this conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we invited Tom to Rolling Stock, and he went, "Yeah, maybe I'll bring a crumpet."
and
I
I
think,
thought he was talking about the food.
yeah, both me and Johnny thought he was gonna bring
A
a
crumpet.
crumpet.
just a
Yeah.
buttered Hovis. Like, there
Yeah,
you go,
yeah.
chaps. Enjoy it.
I'd be happy with that, to be fair.
I mean, to be fair, if you butter a crumpet the way that I'm talking about, that's a delightful pairing, I'm sure.
I was getting fruity. I'm getting a semi.
Darling.
Yeah. So,
Sorry, no, you go first.
what I want you to do is try and guess, all of you, have a guess what you think it is first, and then I'll tell you what it is, and I want you to tell me whether you want to bring it back or leave it in the past.
Okay.
All right.
Nice. I like this. This
I'm
is
going to be really, really weird. Do you know what slang stands for?
Whoa.
Short language.
Good boy.
Get in.
Somebody studied GCSE English. I
That
like
was a
this.
complete
It's only because he's
guess.
like 70. He's been
Yeah,
around for
yeah,
so long.
I know.
I
So
don't
I
like-
invented some of this slang.
Oh.
You guys are fucked.
Old ye English.
I don't like the word anymore.
Hear ye.
Oh, no. Has it ruined it for you?
I think it has, slang.
Schlang would be funny.
Slang, yeah, I'd like that.
Slang, that could
Anyway.
be like short language cock related. Slang.
Should we bring them back?
Okay, let's move on.
Go on.
First, you got aptycock.
Aptycock.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking like,
Is that Morgan's nickname for his penis?
I'm thinking like, where are you going?
That'd be small.
Aptycock.
Nice small cock joke there. That was original, mate. Fucking hell.
Not creative.
Aptycock.
No.
It's just a straight dig.
Low hanging fruit. Straight. Easy.
Yeah.
Aptycock.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, I can't remember what I said now.
No idea. No idea.
Time.
It's fine. Is it making you nervous that you're
He is
this
making me
close?
nervous. This is relaxing me a little bit.
Mm.
I have moved up slightly.
And you've spread your legs again. Like, guy, he wants it.
Crazy.
Okay, aptycock.
Is
You
this
got cock there, so.
is this rhyming slang?
No. This is just old-timey British, like, phrases.
Boots.
Yeah, like,
I'm gonna go with shoes or boots or something.
Aptycock.
they can be a verb. It can be like.
Oh, okay.
It's not just nouns.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
just-
thinking leaving somewhere. Oh,
I'm
he went abdicock, like he left.
Interesting.
Ooh,
That's what I
Yeah,
think.
that's interesting.
Yeah, I like that. Kind of like he went AWOL. He went aptycock.
He went abdicock, like doing an Irish goodbye. Oh, where's Johnny gone? Oh, he went abdicock, like he just left without saying anything.
That's good.
That
That's
works.
really
I
good
like
guess.
that. Ooh. Shit. I'm gonna back up Morgan. To
Yeah.
be fair.
I'm gonna go with like if somebody's late, they're aptycock.
They're abdicock.
Okay, we've got quick-witted or an intelligent young man from the southwest.
So like
west of England.
he's an abdicock.
He's a smart
he
guy.
is abdicock.
Aptycock.
Abdicock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aptycock.
Abdicock.
Would you bring it back?
No,
No, it's too long,
No
too
way.
long.
Way
Way
too
too
long.
Way too long.
Yeah.
And especially in this day and age, something with cock on the end, they're going to be like, what are you on
Exactly.
about?
Mm.
Okay. Bang a bonk.
Bang an ugly bird. Surely.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
It's got to be.
That would be perfect.
It's like
I'm
Richard
thinking-
Hammond said. It's like, go early, go home. What is it? Go home early with the Uggy. Bang a bonk.
Yeah.
Just
Clearly.
bank
That
a
works
monger.
Yeah.
I think you've hit your head.
Bang a bonk.
Bang a bonk.
Yeah.
Because you got bonk your head, bang a bonk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna back Morgan on that one.
That works.
It might not look like it, but this is a verb meaning to sit lazily on a riverbank.
Oh,
Bang-
bank,
bang a
river,
bonk.
bank.
Yeah. If you are, what was it?
Bang a bonk.
Bang a bonk.
Bang a bonk. You're sitting, you're chilling on the riverbank.
Surely
that's
that is
right.
not
Bang a bonk.
sitting on a riverbank. That is
No.
doing something salubrious on a riverbank, surely.
Yeah,
You can't do
yeah.
that in London anymore. Not with all
Yeah.
the turds in the Thames.
Yeah.
We'll gloss past that.
Hashtag
That's a
Thames
whole-
water.
That's a whole thing.
Bring it back or leave it in the
Well, to be
past.
fair, on
Leave
that,
it.
actually, Count Bimface, the jokey London mayor,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
who I'm voting for.
yeah,
Sorry.
he's said that one of his policies is that he's going to make Thames Water board members swim in the River Thames to see how they like it.
I actually saw
That'll do
somewhere
it.
today, just to finish this off,
Go for it.
that Rishi Sunak, if re-elected as whatever he is,
Prime Minister. Well done.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Pretty big one.
Yeah.
he said that he wants to make the Thames swimmable by 2034 or some shit.
That'd be so nice. We're right on that. We could go for.
I mean,
Maritime
one of my friends when I was at uni, like my best mate, he decided to do a photo shoot in the Thames
I bet that
because
went
we're in Shoreditch, artists got to
Yeah,
be different,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So we went in the Thames, did a photo shoot. It's like his head just above the waterline. The dipshit forgot that he had a cut on his leg.
Oh my god.
It got massively infected, and he looked like a right plebsicle for the next like 3-4 weeks.
A plebsicle.
well. Of course.
That's the next one up there. he's already
Yes,
done it.
bring it back.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
So
then?
leave
What
that
we
one
got?
in the past, right? That's shit. Okay. A crinky winky.
Someone who's a pussy.
A cut.
Cranky winky.
These are so British though, right?
Yeah, no one's saying these that
Yeah.
isn't British.
Is that
Someone who's a
something
pussy,
that's like
okay.
not level?
Ooh,
I like that. I like that. Slant
In
on it.
Norfolk, they say it's on the huh.
On the hook.
On the huh. It's my dad's girlfriend, Jill. If ever something's like not level, she's like, yeah, that's on the huh, that is. No,
What?
Whoa.
pissed.
My favourite one's it's a bit skew with.
Skew
with.
with.
I like
skew
Good
with,
word.
funny.
Good
Yeah.
word.
That shit's on the
That
whiff,
sounds
bro.
like crinky winky.
Yeah.
Skew with. If I saw skew with on there, I wouldn't know what it meant.
You've
What?
just told us.
You just brought it
No,
up.
I'm saying if it's
I know what you
let's
mean, yeah,
let's
that's
move
funny.
on. Let's move on.
I have been an idiot. I do apologise.
Crinky winky. A groundless misgiving or a poor reason for not doing something.
Blame it on the
Gotta
jocks.
be like a
Fair.
pussy. I'm
Yeah.
nearly there.
It's like
Nearly.
a shit excuse. Oh,
Being
what?
a dick.
That's a crinky winky.
Can anyone do a
He's
Scottish
he's a
accent?
flake.
Scottish accent.
Now say crinky winky.
Crinky winky.
Perfect.
You go. You.
that-
You go quite like.
It wasn't great for crinky winky.
No.
Crinky.
I can only say the word Scottish.
Scottish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I never thought the Scottish accent was sexy, right?
Yeah.
I had a couple of 3 dates with this beautiful Glaswegian chick.
Mm.
That accent, when it comes to like hanky-panky talk, that shit does stuff.
Really? I would have thought the opposite. I'd be like,
Mate, it really does. Like a dirty. I don't know if it was like just because it seems so far removed from who she was. Because
Right.
she's very, very beautiful, short, blonde,
Oh.
but then had like a really dirty, husky Glaswegian accent.
Like a fella.
Yeah, and you're just there like, well, all my days at rugby, no homo, no pain. It worked. It was
if you
great.
want to feel a man, play rugby. That's what they say.
I'm weirdly
I'm not
attracted.
going to deny it.
If you
No.
want to feel a man or date a Glaswegian bird. One of the
there
two.
you go.
I'm weirdly attracted to the Liverpudlian accent.
Liverpool.
Oh,
Like I've met a few girls who've got a Liverpudlian, is that the right word?
That's the word, yeah.
Scouse.
Scouse accent, and I've found it quite sexy.
To be fair, I can understand that to a certain level.
But I think it's because the girls themselves were sexy.
Mm.
That helps.
Well, I mean,
think.
Jimmy Carr's got. Also, Jimmy Carr's got a brilliant bit where he says that the best way to get into a Scouse accent is you must say, "I want some chicken and a can of Coke," sounds like, I want some chicken and a can of Coke.
Some chicken and a can of Coke.
I don't like
Yeah.
it. I don't like
Gotta
it.
get
It's way
some-
too.
Oh, kids.
Can you just feel
throaty.
like your mushroom going inside you at this point?
You got phlegm
Your
it.
mushroom.
Oh my god.
All right.
That's the next slang up there.
I'm not as well endowed as you boys. Like, calm down.
I've never heard someone call it a mushroom though. That's just crazy to me. Okay, we got cuddle-me-buff.
Morgan, I
Ooh.
feel like you've got one for this.
Yeah.
Your dirty mind has one track.
yeah. I was gonna say it's going dirty.
Can you cuddle with Buff?
Cuddle-me-buff. Give me a hand job or something.
I genuinely, my first thought was like, take me home or something.
Keep warm is my one.
Ooh.
That's good.
I was thinking like, look after me, big strong man.
Ooh.
Of course you were. Fucking rugby boys, man.
I mean, you are slowly creeping. Do you want to
It's the sofas
getting
naturally.
do you-
I'm doing that.
do you wanna
man.
just commit and be little
So
spoon?
like that lay in his lap. Okay, cuddle-me-buff. What it means is beer.
What the fuck?
No, I like that.
From
Yeah.
Yorkshire
I like
too?
that. Yeah.
Take a sip of my cuddle-me-buff.
Right,
What?
northern
Can you get me-
accent,
can you
cuddle
get
me
me-
buff.
Yeah.
Cuddle me buff. Can you
Take
get me
a
a
sip of
cuddle me
that.
buff?
Yorkshire.
Yeah, I don't know
Nice.
how. I'd love to know the origins of some of these words, but
Ah.
I'd like to know where the
This
fuck
is
you
this
found
is a
them.
this is a brilliant segment, by the
Yeah.
way. Thank you very much.
You
I'm
like it?
enjoying this. This is
Yeah.
good.
Because he's going to start using them now.
We're gonna
This is-
witness
this is-
them on your TikTok.
This is like
now.
pissed QI. This is
yeah,
great.
yeah. Okay, we got cellulose.
Mm.
This is the only one I remember from
Cellulose.
the other ones. I have no idea what they mean.
That sounds like
when I read this.
a negative spell that
Yeah.
you would hear in Harry Potter.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
like,
Cellulose.
A
I'm thinking
slith-
like she's
Slytherin.
cellulous. She's
I'm going with illiterate.
Ah, okay.
Ooh.
It's along the right lines. To be fair,
Thanks for giving it
Oh.
away.
yeah. Cheers.
Oh, it's a wrong. It's a long.
An
one.
idiot.
kind of. Mm.
I don't.
I'm
yeah.
no. Maybe like someone's got a speech impediment or something. Can't talk.
Oh,
right.
yeah, they've got. Yeah, that
Someone-
sounds like the perfect way if you've got a lisp. Say cellulose.
Arseholes would make it that word too.
Yeah, it's like whoever came up with the word for dyslexia.
Yeah.
I can't spell.
The word lisp has an S in it. What?
Yeah.
The word the guy who came up. Oh well. Or girl.
Throw an X in there that will really fucking hard.
Yeah. Dyslexic.
It's like you think it's funny not being able to read. Try this one. There you go.
This is you. Now read it out for the rest of your life. What is it? Go on, babe.
Go on,
Yeah.
go on.
It is silverless, or other words, completely broke.
Oh,
So-
okay.
So not illiterate.
No, but I meant like kind of based on a person, you know.
As in
Okay.
hasn't got something.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I did you know it, like along the right lines. I thought just describing a person.
Sort of threw me
But-
off a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry.
It's all right.
Because you really lent into that, and I was like, oh, I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah.
I do like how there's a bit of a Scottish theme going on here as
Yeah.
well.
The
It's quite
Scot-
They're
That's
just
crazy.
the good ones. Because I had a list of 50, and I was like, these are the good ones.
We've
So-
got to do 50 of these.
No. There's
Get comfy, folks.
a good few more.
Oh, I like this.
Shaq Baggerly.
You're like badly kept. Like you're quite a shaggy looking person.
Nice.
I feel like
I'm
this
gonna
is a
say
proper English one.
Laziness. Like if they did it really Shaq Baggerly, they did it really like really lazy and.
Yeah, I'd go.
What,
with
like the
same.
guy that did your haircut?
Oh, shout out Bucks Hoxton. Shout out Bucks. Was that the
Great job, by the way.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything left in a loose or disorderly manner.
Wow.
Yes,
Exactly
well done,
right.
Morgs.
Well done.
That was really good.
They've done it Shaq Baggerly. Bruv,
Yeah.
I used it today at work.
You made that one. You made it up. Okay, we got Paddy Noddy.
Nonce.
Ooh.
I don't feel
Paddy
that's
Noddy.
right. But
I do not weirdly I recognise this.
Hilarious.
Yeah, if it was nonce.
yeah, I'm not on normal exercise.
Noddy.
No, I do
People have
apologise.
shouted that at me before. I didn't never knew why.
So nonce is not on normal exercise.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Because if you're in a prison and you're a nonce, if you go out on normal exercise, loads of people have got big weights and they find out you're nonce, they'll hit you for it and probably put you in the infirmary, so they're not allowed on normal exercise.
I saw this and
routine.
it was on
That's
basically
really
on their
Really interesting.
I
it was
didn't
on
know
their
that.
prison doors.
I thought it was to
said
do something
nonce on their prison doors.
Paedophile, obviously,
Yeah,
it is, but,
100%.
but it's like prison based rather than
Yeah,
civilian based.
100%. It's like the sort of the whole low sagging thing where you see people wearing their trousers under their arse.
Yeah.
That's originally saying, I'm up for a bumming. So you see all these hard men walking around with their trousers around their backside. You're like, interesting. Okay.
Fucking prison inmates.
Let me just loosen my belt off.
Acronyms.
I know. What's that about?
Oh, darling, come here. There you go, very comfy.
We're gonna cut and come back, and he's not gonna have any trousers on.
Yeah. You're gonna be
Paddy
loose.
Noddy.
Paddy Noddy. I'm going to stick with my original answer of along the lines of
Nonce.
Yeah.
I'm going to say clumsy.
I'm gonna say-
they're a bit Paddy Noddy. They're clumsy.
oh, that's good. I like that.
I feel like you're getting real good with these.
Happy.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
going with like they're happy. That's mine.
Yeah, that's fitting as well. I can't remember.
Oh,
Long and tedious story.
It's kind of like watching my TikToks then. So it's a Paddy Noddy.
yeah.
Well,
Drop
now you
in one
can
of his
use it.
TikToks. Actually, no, don't. They'll fall asleep.
Oh, it's painfully true.
No, thank you for coming on.
So nice to have an influencer here. Our first guest to leave.
Oh, God.
Okay, next we got Nipperkin. That's
So close to napkin, it's throwing me off.
Nipperkin.
A nipperkin.
Relative.
I'm going to say like a young kid.
I
Like
was going to
a
say
wee
someone
nipper.
young. Yeah. I was going to say young.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
what.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I'm going with
Oh, a
relative.
little nipperkin running about.
going for that.
Yeah.
A small gulp or draught of beer or drink said to be roughly equal to
Ooh,
1/8
right, it's from the
of a pint.
southwest of England.
Oh,
and
is
all.
that
So
like
sip.
trying a pint? Like, oh, can I
Yeah.
have a nipperkin of...
Just let's have a Nipperkin.
Have a sip.
A little nip. It's quite a nice one.
Well,
I like that.
yeah,
I
Would
think-
you bring
I
it
think
back?
bring
I
that
haven't been
back.
yeah, I haven't been
Yeah,
saying.
I'll bring that
I'd
back.
definitely bring that back, especially if you're a big ale drinker like I am. Oh,
Yeah.
I'll have a nipperkin of that Timmy Taylor's, please.
Yeah.
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 love
Yeah.
it.
Suits it too.
That was one of my favourites, I think. I
I
think
like
the other
that.
one was Silicon. Sillerless.
Yeah.
I think that was a good
That
one.
was it unkept?
Silverless.
Oh,
No.
silverless. Yeah.
Poor. I'm sillerless at the moment.
I
Yeah.
like that.
I quite like that
Silverless
one.
works out. Yeah.
Piss has been taken. The snake has been drained. The snakes.
Like, yeah. He's summarising the piss.
I mean, the fact that
Yeah.
you've given
I
me
thought he
that
was going for
giant
the
of a
next-
compliment, I'm going to take it.
I mean, I was trying to compliment us all because we all pee.
Yeah, but you,
I
you,
wasn't
got,
just
you, got,
you.
you got a slow
You got
one.
multiple.
I mean, I'm gonna take the group compliment and pretend it was for me.
Yeah. So we're on to the next one.
Please.
Okay, we've got floby-mobly.
Oh.
Is that
floby-mobly?
Someone fat
floby-mobly? Oh, that's great.
in it.
Yeah.
I mean, that does
I'm
sound
gonna-
like the sex move for two lard asses.
Yeah, I'm gonna start using
lard
that.
asses.
Jelly.
That's a new phrase.
Floby.
You've never heard lard ass?
Is that a fat person?
Yeah.
A lard ass?
Yeah, 'cause they're full of lard.
I don't know. I'm just uncultured, I think, but it makes sense. Like, obviously, lard ass would be.
He said he's never. What was the term you said earlier that he'd never heard of?
Watch this space.
Yeah, I mean,
I
come
hadn't
on.
heard that until
Please tell
recently.
me you know what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a
Like,
man that
be
wears that
excited for
much
this.
corduroy, surely you've been around the block once or twice.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dear
I think I'm just not very observing of my surroundings. You know, just stuff. Just
You need to get that
passing
prescription
by.
fixed then,
Yeah,
chap.
that might
yeah.
be it. That might be it.
Floby-mobly.
Fobbly-mobbly.
I'm saying fat people, but
I'm saying...
I'm going to think like you're fobbing someone off. You're telling them to like go away.
Mm.
Oh yeah, it's just they're
I
just a
think-
fobby-mobbly.
Yeah.
jelly. Like
Hmm.
having a jelly. I don't know.
Okay, the perfect word for describing the feeling of not being unwell but not quite feeling your best.
Oh, that makes sense. I'll
Yeah.
take that. I'm feeling a little bit wobbly.
It's kind of all of us today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bit of fobbly-mobbly.
Yeah,
I think I'm past that. I'm kind of ill.
I'm
Fobbly-mobbly.
rocking sleep deprived. So yeah, that works brilliant.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'd bring that back. I quite like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dupe scud.
Floby-mobly. Dupe Scud. Yeah. There's the next one.
Dupes. God.
Got a few more.
This is tough.
I'd
That's
say
a
like
tough one.
maybe like you're ducking out of something, like you're duping out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slipping it.
That
like-
you don't.
All right, Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Can we get some context in like what type of word it is?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I
Can you hang on?
He
We're on
can't-
countdown.
He can't look.
No,
Come
I
on,
have no idea.
everyone shut their eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Look away. Okay.
He's a slow reader.
So what type of word is it? Is it like he is a dub scud or
Something that happened, like
Use it in a
it's-
sentence.
use it in a sentence? Yeah.
that would give it away, no?
Yesterday, I dupe scudded real bad.
You messed up.
Yeah.
Dropped the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was kind of right. You do. Oh no, I said I ducked out of
Dupe
it. So.
scud. Yesterday I dupe scudded. Yesterday
It's like
I
the equivalent of
was late. Really bad. Late.
Mm?
They were dupe scud.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Fucked up. Is
Heavy fall on the buttocks.
Oh.
Fell
Oh,
over.
fell over. Okay.
Yeah.
I duped on my
scudded.
bum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dupe scudded off down the stairs or something. You know.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Bring it back.
No.
Leave
No.
it. No.
I like
Bad
it. I want to bring it back.
I quite like I quite like the expression when he just fell on his ass.
Yeah,
He just rolls off the tongue.
Like that scene in the podcast, in the opening, when I fell over outside trying to
Yeah.
do a
You
dance.
dupe scudded.
I dupe
there.
scudded
You
bad.
dupe scudded. To be fair, when you use it, it does kind of work. Weirdly.
Yeah. Well, that's it.
That's
it.
That was
Well
nice.
done.
I really enjoyed that segment.
Well, thank you for bringing QI meets sort of countdown.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
fucking fabulous.
Yeah.
I'll send you the PowerPoint so you can like, rehearse them, so you can have them
Reuse
on your
it.
TikTok.
Yes,
you know.
I'll use that at my next dinner party.
Dupe scudded.
Countdown. We can do something.
What was the
with that.
favourite? There's got to be. Shaq Bagley was a good one.
That's a good one.
I
Bring
do like
back.
that. That was the
Just all-
unkept,
yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
What was the one
That
with
was a good one.
an eighth of a pint? What was that?
Well, there was cuddle-me-buff, which is a beer. That's a great
Nipperkin.
one.
Nipperkin.
Nipperkin. That was
Nipperkin.
it. Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
try a Nipperkin.
Nipperkin and Shaq Bagley are the two ones. It sounds
Yeah.
like words out of The Hobbit.
Cuddle-me-buff as well, a beer. That's crazy. I'll have a cuddle-me-buff. Imagine saying that to a bartender.
You get slapped.
So
So
we-
we ensured it. She'd get hit.
Hilariously, we've got a similar sort of saying down in the southwest. So there's a big brewery in Wiltshire called Wadworth's, and their main beer is 6X. But the problem is, you say that with a West Country accent, it's pint of sex. So you walk into the pub and go, I'll have a pint of sex, landlord.
Oh.
It was a new barmaid in the pub when I walked in when I was like 19, and I asked for a pint of sex, and she nearly punched me in the face. It was I mean, fair. She had some gumption. I like that. Like a girl with
Gumption.
moxie.
Gumption.
What's
Yeah, this is
gumption
new
mean?
one to me.
Teach us.
Gumption is like, you got a bit of fire in your belly.
Oh, that's good.
That's a good one, yeah.
See,
Yeah,
that
a
could
bit
have been
of
up there.
gumption.
That
Where
could
are
have
you
been up
from?
there.
Because I don't know this. and
When?
you're
Sorry,
yeah.
when are you from?
When am I from? The 1920s, darling.
Where are you from?
So where am I from? A small little town called Marlborough, down in Wiltshire.
Okay.
And the same question always gets asked every time I say I'm from Marlborough. It's like, oh, did you go to the school? It's like, no, I definitely didn't go to the private school. So for context, like both the Middletons went to Marlborough College, like Sting's kids, Billy
Okay.
Connolly's kids. They all go to Marlborough College. I think it's something ridiculous. Like if you're a day boy, so you're not even boarding, it's still like 45 grand a year.
Day boy. Oh. Sorry.
No, I like it. It's fair.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
you're talking
yeah.
about you having a semi. I'm feeling it.
Oh, man.
Just go straight there.
So I
Crazy.
did hear something about this that made me giggle. And it said, it was a comedian who was saying, I found a new level of arousal that only men will understand.
Uh-oh.
It's the unfold, right? So you're sat on the sofa, something that might get you going a little bit. You're just watching, and suddenly your penis just unfurls itself. And you're like, oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
It's true. It's true.
You're nearly there. You're nearly rock
yeah,
hard.
Yeah, and it just goes,
Just gets ready.
would you like some service? Yeah, I'm ready.
You can start feeling the pressure.
Yeah.
Trousers, and eventually it makes it sweat. Who's Rob?
Oh, no, I think you mispronounced it. It's throb.
Yeah. Make sure you get that. Anyway, next segment.
Yeah.
It's the TMJ.
Ooh. Taste my juices.
So we're going to try something nice. Morgan's prepared it today.
Yeah.
I don't know why I went so deep
I found-
for this section.
I found this on TikTok.
It's fine.
yeah.
Dangerous.
I've prepped some in the fridge, so be careful when you get them out.
God.
Thank you, darling.
Okay.
Taste my juices. Taste my juices.
We're back, baby.
Yeah,
All right, here we go.
Oh
Morgan's got
goodness.
some drinks here. I'll let him introduce it though, because he's put a lot of work into this.
Wow.
This is a
A lot of
flamingo.
sweat. They look really good for the audio listeners. They're colourful.
It's really
Fruity
cool.
looking.
So it is
Okay,
called a Corona Sunrise, which is a play on a tequila sunrise.
Nice.
So
Right.
it's a Corona, and I've poured probably about a quarter of the Corona out into a bottle, into a glass. But I'll drink it later. Don't worry about it. It's not going in the bin.
Spillage is
And then you go shot of tequila in it,
Okay.
orange juice, grenadine to try and get the little fade. Unfortunately, one of them I didn't get the fade at all.
That's mine. I'll take it.
And then a
It's no
lime in the
worries.
top. So
Hey.
and this is a really fun TMJ treat here. This is actually
Normally
the
it's
first.
gross. So
See,
you got lucky
this
here.
is what it get. You knew I was going to be terrible at top beer, so you gave me
Yeah,
a
you
nice
get your treat.
TMJ.
Like the worst TMJ we had was red wine and milk.
Oh,
That's normally what we do with TMJ.
We got
This
bad
is-
ones
this is a
coming
little-
up as well. I think
Oh.
next week.
well, thank you for treating me.
So
That
pop your lime, boys.
That's what she
Oh
said.
shit, they're pretty full.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's brimmed.
Yep.
You know I like a brimmage.
Well, to good health, boys.
Cheers.
Happy TMJ, boys. Look at that's a beauty.
It
Have a
looks
little zoom in on
really
that.
good.
I've got the best fade. I think I've treated myself the best.
You
Yeah.
really have.
Anyway, let's see.
Cheers, fellas.
Cheers.
Wow.
Got some great sound there.
That is really good.
It's interesting.
Holy Toledo. Yes,
That's
please.
really nice. You like it?
Yeah.
Ready for summer.
That is proper summer
That's
beer
taking us
garden.
into the, yeah.
I feel like I want to be in my cax and just dancing to some house right now in the glorious sunshine.
Let's fuck it all off and
Perfect.
get a sunbed.
Yeah.
Only if we're spooning, darling.
Oh, there we go. Second half now. We get pretty good.
Yeah. Get real sweaty in that sunbed. Oh my god. You got half of that beer done in that one.
I
gulp
know.
This is the first
unreal.
time on a TMJ that we've ever all gone for second sips willingly.
I know.
We're all just sat here drinking them.
there. It's really good to be fair.
Real.
I saw this on TikTok and I was like, this is brilliant.
Doesn't taste. You can taste the beer slightly, but it's not. You should be chugging this.
Yeah,
for the
innit?
top beer. Jesus.
Double bit of
Christ.
timer on.
Oh my god, he's finished
Oh,
It's the escape
my
of air.
Lord.
it. Jesus Christ.
All right, boys. I've got a little challenge for you two now.
Oh, scary.
A tornado.
Who wants to try a tornado?
Oh, yeah.
Vortex.
Really?
Not with.
Oh, it's got a lime in it.
It's got a
lime
lime.
in it.
I feel like that's for another episode.
Okay. Tune in next week for a.
Yeah.
Vortex.
I do want
Heard
to.
it here first.
Yeah. You ever vortex a beer?
So vortex, you like spin it around.
Spin it and
Spin
get
it
it down.
so you get the airflow. It's all about airflow, son. It's all about airflow.
Yeah.
You just saw how I downed a pint, so like I think that gives you your answer. I tried a
Yeah.
strawpedo once and nearly lost a tooth.
Strawpedo, that's when you.
This you put
Yeah,
like
straw
buckle
on
a
the side.
straw over the
We
top
used to
of
call
it.
it a
Yeah.
snorkel. Basically,
Snorkel,
that's
yeah,
what a
that's
snorkel
right,
does.
Yeah, no, that works. But I'm not gonna lie, that was a bloody beautiful cocktail.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it,
That
man.
was
Yeah.
fabulous.
I could tell you enjoyed it.
Just slightly. Well, that's the problem now. The alcohol is like circling, so I'm just like, I'm getting
Perfect.
shit faced.
You're getting that behind the bar feeling, son.
Oh, man. Well, that was it. It's literally whilst you were pouring the drinks, I suddenly got all lovey-dovey. And I was just like, I'm so
You were
privileged
lovey
to
dovey
be
with
here.
him when we pressed record.
That's just natural. Everyone gets that.
Yeah.
All right, pipe down, sunshine. It's just because your head looks like a
Right.
bell end. It's
Mixed signals.
Hang on, but if I do this.
I'll
Ow!
get semi, son.
Yeah. So, I wanted to know: do you have an academic background? Because you know a lot of things. I
Well,
want
so,
to know where you get them.
so my academic background is I studied architectural technology, which is a really fancy way of saying that an architect studies for 7 years and learns to draw on paper and all of these beautiful designs. I basically take that art and convert it into a 3D sort of digital model that then can be shared around by engineers and everybody. And you can figure out, clashes and problems within the design before you take it to site. So that's what I studied, and I love buildings, love architecture, but then just happened to fall into driving cars for a living. And because there is zero blood in here and only petrol, I kind of just went, well, I'm going to go drive cars. That seems much more fun.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you were saying the other day as well. You were at a car. What was it? A race day.
Yes. So yesterday had a really good day at Donington Park with the British Touring Car Championship. If you enjoy motor racing and a bit of Formula One, can very much recommend the BTCC. It is phenomenal because it's regular road cars that you would see. So you got BM3 series, you got Cupra Leons, Hyundai 30 Speedbacks, and a couple of others. And they just 2-litre inline 4 spinny boy on the side, little bit of hybrid boost.
Well, you're talking front wheel drive.
Front wheel drive for most of them,
But the i30s,
so they're front wheel drive.
are they really?
Yeah. But the Beamers are the only ones that are rear wheel drive.
What are the cars? The little 4-wheel drive. Oh, what are they? Toyota something.
Oh, you're thinking the GR Yaris?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I want one of them.
Holy shit. A Yaris, for the people who don't know, it's like the most
Grandma car.
grandma car, or like 18-year-old
That's what I
girls just
thought,
started.
Yes.
And then they released the GR Yaris, and they just stuck massive wide wings on it, made it 4-wheel drive. And I've never driven it, but from what I've seen and heard, it is one of the most fantastic cars to drive on the road.
It's incredible. I mean, from a 3-cylinder with a turbo, you've got what I think 270-ish brake.
It's nuts, and it weighs fuck all.
It weighs absolutely nothing, and it was built. It's one of the only cars in recent history that's been built as a homologation special. So, to those that don't know, basically, homologation means that for a race series, you need to base the race car on the road car.
And a lot of time, it's rally specific.
Yes. And the last ones that I can think of are like the Lancia 037. So you think back to like 1980s rally where men were men and had actual moustaches and like nearly ran over spectators. And the GR Yaris is just kind of like a throwback, a hark back to that. But a tuning company over in, I think it's either Australia or America, took this road-going GR Yaris, 3-cylinder engine. I think it's like, 1.5 litre, something like that? Tiny.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't know.
Didn't mess around with the internals. All they did is they just kind of did some trickery with the boost and the turbo, and they put it up to 700 brake horsepower, which is more brake horsepower per cylinder than a Bugatti Veyron.
Jeez.
And that's crazy.
And in a 2-door hatchback. It's mental.
In something that your nan would drive to Waitrose.
Yeah,
basically.
That's all I know about a Yaris is just it's a fucking shit car.
And do you know what I love about it the
100%.
most? Is that people who don't know about cars, if they see a GR Yaris go past, they will just think it's another nan. If you don't know what you're looking for, you just think it's another nan. But that is one of the highest performing, especially
GR. So it stands for Gazoo Racing.
Gazoo.
Yeah, so
doesn't sound very
Gazoo.
hardcore.
All right, that should have been up earlier. With the Gazoo. Bring it back. I don't know. But yeah, so it was basically so Toyota's like racing division always used to be TR, Toyota Racing. But then for a weird period in like, I believe it was the mid to late noughties, a guy who worked for Toyota started sort of developing cars on the side. And he came up with the idea of Gazoo. And now GR is Toyota's staple for like their top tier. So it's like the AMG of Toyota, or like the M Sport. And the cars that they're coming out with at the moment are they're sexual.
They're so cool.
I don't know what G. Nice.
Excuse me, sorry, I'm doing it all for the guy.
Yeah. G does sound premium for some reason. I don't know.
Like G-Wagon.
Yeah.
And on that, today I was doing a job. I actually can't really say where I was and who I was working for. Even though I've told you.
You were doing a job somewhere in the UK for a person called X.
And there was a fleet of vehicles parked outside said house, and there was a Brabus 6x6 G-Wagon.
That's a baller move.
So it's a G-Wagon from Mercedes that they've taken, a company called Brabus. They put about 1,000 fucking horsepower in the fucking thing, and they make it into a truck, and they put another pair of wheels on the back. So it's like 1, 2, 3 wheels. Instead of like a dually, there's 3 wheels each side.
It's mental.
Yeah.
And
I was there like that. They're like, Mum, can you get to work? I was like, can I just take some more photos, please?
And the mad thing is, they start, I believe, and I could be getting this wrong, but I believe those 6x6 start at about 400,000.
Jesus.
So I was told the one that was there was 650.
Jesus.
I love it when you basically
Right.
get so rich, you go, I could buy a house, or fuck it, I'll get a
I'll
6-wheel
get
car.
a really unpractical shit car.
It's completely useless. But I press this button on the dash and the tires deflate,
Yeah.
and then I press the other one and they reinflate. I'm like, how
You've
amazing!
set us off. Someone mentioned cars, and we're going to be
Sorry,
for like
yeah,
2
I
hours.
mean-
We'll do like a side project. Is that it?
Mate, we're going to start playing the gear stick game in 5 minutes. It's going to be great. fun.
What? Put it in third. Put it in third.
There we go.
Oh my god. I don't know how to segue that at all. That's not
And
God,
moving
there's gotta be
into the
something
next
there.
gear, we have.
I mean,
And shifting gears, we'll move on to.
I wanted to know if you've ever worked in a bar. I don't know how.
Yeah,
I mean,
shifting gears, going to the night shift. Yes,
Yeah.
I have worked in a
Yes, you
bar.
have.
It was so my first ever job was working in a pub at the age of 14 as a KP or a pot
Oh
wash.
yeah, I was
I
there
think
as well.
I think a lot of people kind of start that way. They say, "Dad, can I have an Xbox or a PlayStation?" He's like, "Go and earn it." Right.
Yeah.
So started working as a pot wash, got abused as a pot wash, had like all kinds of produce and pans thrown at my head. So
Definitely.
as soon as I turned 18, I was like, I'll go to the other side of the bar then. It seems like a good idea. Did my time behind the bar, and even when I
That's behind the bar.
So smooth.
and then when I came to London, naturally, obviously, I'm a student, I'm broke, I have a crippling alcohol addiction, so I'm like, I need to fund it. And started working in a pub called Walkers of Whitehall, cheeky plug. And that was, I sort of worked there for sort of, I think about a year. And interestingly, being off Whitehall, you know, you're right next to Downing Street, the Home Office, the Treasury. You get all of the interesting folk coming in, and you hear all of these rah-rah politicians talking about, oh, yes, well, we're putting the money here, and we're doing this and that. It was quite an eye-opening kind of experience.
That's a good bar to work
It was
in,
great, and it was built on the site of an old bank. So like you go down, so you road level, you've got a small little bar. It's probably from that speaker across, probably where that camera is across.
Yeah.
It's tiny. Go down one set of stairs, and you've got an open kitchen, almost like a hibachi kind of thing, so you can see everything going on. A couple of tables here and there. Go down another set of stairs, and that's the old bank vault. And it's just the most gorgeous thing. But the only thing that kind of felt weird was the fact that it was just a bunch of dudes, grey hair, drinking bottles of red wine that you knew they were expensing. So I was paying, well, all of us were paying for it.
And
And
the
they were
customer base in here in Basinghouse is quite the opposite.
Yeah, it's normally like,
Oh my god, like I want a bottle of prosecco. Not American. I don't know why I put an American accent.
No, but they're a
but-
bunch of hipsters, yeah, so they all sound like this. And they're like, oh, yes, it's on Daddy's card. It's
Yeah.
perfectly fine. The Fiat 500's just parked around the corner.
Cool.
But yeah, so and then that's kind of weirdly how I fell into driving the Minis. They're on this beautiful little cutting called Craig's Court, which, fun little fact, is where the curbstone comes from.
really?
Yes. So, Craig's Court, little tiny alley, half, 3/4 of the width of this room.
Yeah.
Right. In the middle of Craig's Court is a building called Harrington House. Now, Harrington House was built by a man called Lord Harrington right at the end of the 1600s, and he decided to build his house there on just off of Whitehall because it was next to Whitehall Palace. Now, if you built your house that close to the royal palace, it meant that you were within the royal belt, which meant that you got royal patronage, which essentially meant that you could go along to the king's court, you know, sample his food, his women, whisper in his ear maybe, all free of charge.
Nice.
So he built his house there. The only problem is he started construction in 1696. Whitehall Palace burnt down in 1698.
Fuming.
Yeah, he was not happy. And I mean, so on Whitehall Palace, by the way, have any of you chaps been lucky enough to head over to Paris and seen the Palace of Versailles?
No.
Not you, because you're uncultured,
No.
but you two. You served yourself up for that one.
Oh, yeah,
So
nice.
I think I have.
Okay.
Fucking bullshit.
This means
No. Can you explain what it is to me?
that means no.
Yes.
No.
So the Palace of... So you've got a couple of palaces in Paris. You've got the Palace of Élysée.
A big palace on a lot of grounds with well-kept gardens. And
That's Versailles. It's known as the Palace of...
I have been. So, yeah.
So
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I have been.
So the Palace of Versailles is also known as the Palace of Mirrors, because there's a lot of mirrors in the place, and it's very, very famous, especially in Europe post World War One, because that's where the Treaty of World War One was signed, the Treaty of Versailles.
I knew that.
Versailles is also considered like the biggest, the shiniest, the most amazing palace in Europe. Whitehall was well over twice the size. Right.
And it burnt down.
It was a pantry maid basically knocked a candle, left the room, it hit the curtain, the whole thing went up.
What an idiot.
And
That guy felt bad.
yeah.
They should have had insurance, man. That was ridiculous.
I was about to say, you've just got Aviva on the phone, just like, oh, sorry, yeah, I can't cover the 5 billion, sorry. But anyway, sorry, I digress. So you've got Whitehall. Whitehall Palace burns down in 1698. Lord Harrington kind of thinks, well, bugger it, I'll continue to build the house anyway. It's mostly complete. And when you've completed a house and you're, who's who type of person in society, you invite everybody round, right? Now, all of the big carriages that are carrying everyone around London have got to come through this tiny feckin' alleyway all the way to his house. And as they're coming in, the Speaker of the House of Commons is making his way through, and obviously he's an important person. He's got a big fuck-off carriage. He drives down the alleyway, and his carriage gets stuck. It just gets wedged in between the two buildings. Now, it's got a fabric sort of vinyl cloth top. So what his servants do is they cut a hole in the top. They're trying to pull him out, but the problem is he's a wealthy bastard.
Fat as fuck.
Quite right, because that's how you prove you're wealthy, is you look at all of the fine things I have. I have gout. I can enjoy red wine and big meat. So they try to pick him up, and as they pick him up, they then drop him in the filth down below, and he starts writhing around doing all this shit and detritus on the floor. Very embarrassed, goes back to the House of Commons and says there must be 2 foot and then a curbstone so that the carriages can see if they can make it in or out of a certain gap. And the first curbstones are then placed in Craig's Court. And if you look really closely, sorry, this is really nerdy, if you look at some curbstones around London, you'll notice they've got markings on them. The reason being...
little brass, buttons.
So the little brass things, they're for blind people. But the little, they look like carvings, and they could be any shape, size, or sort of vernacular. The reason that they are there is because when this law was passed, if you were a property owner or a homeowner, you had to pay for the curbstones out the front of your property. So what people would do, because they were poor, is they would go and find curbstones that were placed in front of somebody else's property, pick them up and take them back to their place. So they would mark them and it would match their property. So they go, well, no, I paid for these. They're here. But the weird thing is there was nothing stating what needed to be in between the curbstones and the property. So people just placed the curbstones for a long time. So it basically meant that you just had a random ass stone all the way out the front, and people would trip over.
On the
No, exactly. So you just had a random curbstone for ages.
That is actually a really good fact.
Just a quick question. Did you say detritus?
I did say detritus.
Such a good word.
That's the second time I've heard it in this week.
Amazing.
You mentioned it last week.
Look at you, wordsmith.
That was the first time I've ever heard of that word, and you're the second person, and I knew it was going to come.
Old ye English, doesn't it?
You saw the roll neck and you're like, yeah, he's going to say it.
Detritus is coming.
Yes.
Yeah, bring that shit back. Detritus back. When you were talking about curbstones and little buttons.
Yes, sir.
So a lot around where our flat is, when you walk towards Tower Bridge, there's curbstones. And you said for blind people, but the reason I doubt it is they're tiny little metal domes on the curbstones, but they're one in every 20 meters. So it's just one.
Yeah. So there's a couple of reasons. I mean, I'm sure there are more that we could go into for an entire podcast. But the main reason that a lot of those bumps are there is, one, for blind people where they're sticks, and two, historically it was there for market sellers. That's the best I could do.
Blow darted that into
So it was also for like market sellers. So it would be, blind people and then market. Exactly that. So like I can go this far. So you could have like half a market stall and then like a sales area.
I googled it, but I couldn't get a definite answer. But from what I found it was like property boundaries,
essentially
from ye old times.
Yeah, there are so many of them. It's so weird. But like for example, I mean, all you boys are in London all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you go right past any Georgian properties, so like 1800s to 1830, if you look above the doors, you'll notice there's normally a semicircle above the door, and it will be some kind of decorative pattern. The reason that's there is because soot used to be awful in the Industrial Revolution. You couldn't see more than fucking 30 foot. Right, so what would happen is if you were having a jolly lovely soiree and you were inviting everybody around, when you sent out the invite, what you would do is obviously put your address, what road, what number, but because the soot was so big, it would cover the number. So whatever the decorative pattern of the semicircle of your property it was, you'd put that on the invitation. So when you
like
got
a
to the
stamp.
property, your tea-boy or servant could hop out of the carriage and then sort of measure it up against
Match
all of
it
the
up.
different ones and go, I'm in the right place. So if you go down like Gower Street, which is next to the British Museum, you'll see that every standalone property has a different semicircle just to prove that it is a different property.
That's interesting.
But then, unfortunately, we lost a lot of it because of the war, because a lot of London got completely flattened. It was something like a bomb fell at 1 in every 15 metres on average.
And I have
Nice.
just while we're on the
Mad.
London thing,
Do it.
there's something that I don't really know about, but I kind of do. And there was something about fire insurance with older properties
Okay.
where they had different badges or something on the house,
Okay.
so that when they turn up,
Yeah.
before it was like a public service,
Mm.
you had to be insured by a firefighter. These houses that were insured for firefighters to come back in ye old times
Yeah.
would have badges, and if like a firefighter engine would turn up, but if it had the different badge for a different company, they wouldn't put the fire out.
I think I know what you're on about. That is private ownership. So that is basically you would pay protection to a certain fire brigade, and a certain fire brigade would turn up. So say, for example, I've got Morgan's Insurance,
Yeah.
right? If Johnny turns up, Johnny can't do shit. I'm not paying Johnny to fucking look after my house, am I? So Johnny turns up and he goes, wrong marking, can't look after it. Oh, you're a Morgan boy, you got to wait another 10 minutes till he shows up. Like, that's what I believe it could be. I might be getting it confused with American history.
It's something along the lines of
It's
that.
something along those lines. But I mean, you even
Add
look
that to your tours, research it, and that's the tours.
Yes, sir. But it's like there's so many weird things.
Because what I said was very vague. I remember watching a YouTube video about it. I probably fell asleep halfway through that.
I mean, it's mad. Like, you look at the London Underground, all of the different lines. I'm sure you've noticed it, that all of them feel different. Like, they're very unkept, and like you compare the Elizabeth line to the Bakerloo line. It's like chalk and cheese.
But at least the Bakerloo line runs.
Yeah.
This is painfully true. Yes, I have fallen foul to that many a time.
Yeah.
But it's because they were all built by private companies. So, like, at the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, it was different companies built different things, and they built it in different ways. So the Central Line, the reason it gets so hot is because it's built so deep, and it's all in clay. So essentially, as soon as it gets hot, the heat basically just sits, and you absolutely sweat.
I also heard something about this in that it used to be cold, because the deeper you go down, it gets cold. But because somewhere like the Central Line has been there for so long, the clay that kept it cold has now heated up. So it doesn't retain the coldness. It just stays hot.
It's why London is a bastard in summer, because all of the buildings are designed to retain heat.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is stone. What it'll do is it'll basically act as a leveler. So when it's really hot, the stone will feel slightly colder. As soon as it gets cold outside, the stone feels hot. It's because the stone is radiating the heat. So it's why when the sun goes down in the middle of summer, you'll be walking around in, shorts and a t-shirt, and you'll be sweating your biscuit off. It's just because you're stood right next to a building. Stand by the Thames and you'll start shivering in seconds.
Well, you're walking next to a radiator.
Exactly that. Exactly.
This is a great segue onto a question. It's just like, what is your craziest or most memorable fact? Like. One that really sticks in your mind that you think, oh, this is something that not everyone knows.
Oh, that's really good.
This is the craziest shit I've
Like
ever
about
heard.
London or just in general?
Maybe both. Let's do both.
General.
Okay, in general, yes. Quite
Yeah.
So my favourite story is a bit of an unknown protest, and it comes from the 1960s. I think 1962, possibly. I could be getting it wrong. Stupidly, I did a TikTok on it, so the fact that I can't remember it, awful. But essentially, what had happened was there was a chap who was rather upset by the fact that the RAF didn't want to have a decent 40-year anniversary to the Battle of Britain, obviously where we defended our nation against the Nazi war machine. And the reason being is because budget cuts all across the RAF and the army and not wanting to spend lots. So what happened was he took off from, I believe, RAF Tangmere, which is hilariously where the Dam Busters took off from. So the guys that used the bouncing bomb in World War II. And he was flying a Hawker Hunter jet fighter. And what happened is he took off in a squadron of probably 10, 12 aircraft. And he was supposed to go from Tangmere, which is near Guildford, up to Norwich. Hilariously, it's the airbase Marham, right next to where my dad lives. And they were literally supposed to go from Guildford to Marham, that's it. And because he was disgruntled that there was no RAF celebration, the fact that we had saved our country, he split off as soon as all of the jets took off. Now, you were at Dunsfold, the Top Gear test track. That was where they made the Hawker Hunter. So he buzzed the factory.
I think I know what you're about to say in
Yeah.
the story, but I'll...
Thank you.
Because I've got ADHD so bad. I've
That's
been biting my
so
tongue.
rare for Morgan. to
I
hold
know.
that.
I know where this is going, but I
So
really...
yeah, he buzzed the factory twice at a height of 400 meters. Bearing in mind this guy is flying at like 700 mile an hour, just below the speed of sound. Buzzes that and then thinks, right, okay, cool. Gonna go up to London next. Goes up to London, buzzes the Houses of Parliament twice, and a buzz is basically you fly over at really low altitude so that all the windows vibrate. And because of all the budget cuts, after he buzzed it, he then came on the radio after being silent as soon as he went to Dunsfold. And he said, I think it's clear the chaps in Parliament know we still have an RAF. Very good. Then flies down the River Thames. As he goes past the Bomber Command Memorial, he dips a wing as like a salute. And his idea was he was going to fly over the top of Tower Bridge because that would look quite cool. And as he gets close to Tower Bridge, he sees a double-decker bus going over it, and he thinks, "Yeah, go on, fuck it." So he then blasts through Tower Bridge in between the top, the road, and the two towers at about 600 miles an hour. Buzzes it and goes, yeah, that was quite fun. So he turns around, does it again, and then goes, all right, cool, I'm now done. So he then goes up to Norfolk, buzzes a couple of other RAF bases, lands, immediately gets court-martialed and honourably discharged on bullshit medical grounds.
Brilliant.
But then, 6 months later, the RAF High Command demanded that he be exonerated, which to me means that he got to buzz Parliament, buzz Tower Bridge, fuck around with a bunch of military bases, and then got off scot-free. That's fucking amazing.
What does
Why was
exonerated
that?
mean?
'Cause-
Just like...
So he did that because, so the reason that he was honourably discharged on medical grounds is the government didn't want people to know why he was protesting. It was a case of, we're making budget cuts, keep it
Move
quiet,
on. Move on.
dust it under the
You're
rug.
trying to celebrate a big thing.
Yeah, like defending this nation against the biggest war machine that's ever existed. Like that deserves celebrating, surely.
And
Yeah.
I think I've told this to someone else.
Ah.
Jet. I don't know if it was one of you two. I think it might have been one of you, but I didn't know the specifics like that. But I've seen photos because we live quite near Tower Bridge.
Amazing.
So like when I walk over it a lot of the time, I'm actually imagine that because it's
Yeah.
not.
It's
It's
crazy.
really-
it's ridiculous.
really
Oh
tight.
my
It's a
God.
really tight squeeze, and as bad as it sounds, like I can't imagine. Like I know he was doing it out of like a salute and a celebration, but for
It's
the
a
people on Tower
terrifying-
Bridge at that time,
Terrifying.
it must have been
Yeah.
genuinely really terrifying.
100%.
'Cause that
Well,
is
I mean,
like
it
really.
would have been like a.
Yeah, I mean,
fuck was that?
like,
you had no idea.
I was about to say, 700 mile an hour is
You're
hard
not-
to
no, but this is-
figure.
this is the thing. Like I know it's like a woof, but I've gone to air shows and seen fighter jets fight.
They make some noise.
It isn't fucking quiet. You know it's coming,
Yeah.
and you'll know it's coming from a mile off, and you will lock eyes with it.
Yeah.
And if you're on Tower Bridge and you see it coming towards it, you'd be fucking sprinting.
It would be like, the 1960s version of 9/11. You'd be like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah,
You'd
yeah.
panic.
But
for
it-
sure.
Was that in the 60s?
So that was in the 60s. I can't remember
Okay,
what year.
So I didn't know it was in the 60s. I thought it was after 2001, obviously 9/11.
No. So this, 1960s. And then you had also in the 60s, you had a guy called Albert Gunter who jumped his Route Master bus over Tower Bridge.
Crazy.
Oh,
So
yes!
back then,
We've chatted about doing this.
so back
he was
then,
like, I'm in a rush. If the bridge opens, we're fucking going.
and that was it. Is back then we didn't have traffic signal. We didn't have traffic lights. We just had timing signals, and you could misjudge those really easily. And it was as he came onto the bridge, he noticed the bridge starting to come up, and he was like, oh, shit. So he had two options: either let the clutch out, roll back. But the problem is if he did that, then the bus stood a high likelihood of like falling back and everyone dying. So he thought, well, fuck it, I'll gun it. Dropped a gear, and it was, I think, a 2 foot wide, 6 foot drop because it comes up at different angles.
Yeah.
Landed perfectly on the other side. Nobody was injured. Got given £10, which is the equivalent of like 250 quid for all of his hard work. And asked afterwards, they're like, well, why did you jump? And he went, well, I was a tank driver, you see, in World War II. I knew the tank would make it. I want to see if the bus fucking would.
Wait, he got paid for doing it? What?
Yeah, absolute boy. Apparently the crash was so loud on the other side, they heard it in the Houses of Parliament.
Fucking hell, that's a wave.
That's
a clanky bus, man.
big bang.
Yeah. Anyway, I've got the last segment is a little fact of the week.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes. So obviously we've heard a lot of facts.
We've heard a lot of facts.
I've really loved them.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
And as a tour guide, I want to commend that.
Yeah, he knows his
very,
shit.
very engaging.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Very
Put it on
engaging.
TripAdvisor.
Yeah.
Good point.
This one, completely unrelated, but did you know that the average person in their lifetime eats 7,000 animals?
7,000.
Yeah.
That seems a little light.
Do you think
Light.
that's light?
Yeah. That seems a little light.
7,000 animals die to one human in a lifetime. You think there's fucking 8 billion
Yeah, but
now.
there's a difference between eating 7,000 chickens and 7,000 cows.
Yeah, it's a big
You
difference.
see what I mean? If you're
Yeah, but obviously
that's
it's a scale, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're not just gonna eat cow.
I might.
Generalization.
I mean, to be fair, I did see a brilliant headline the other day. It was New York Post, and it said something like 12% of Americans, mostly men, are eating 50% of America's meat. And then the next headline from the New York Post again was 82% of Americans are malnourished. So I was like, right, so like the 12% are eating 80, like everybody's meat. It's fucking amazing.
I just thought that's crazy that for me to live a nice long lifetime, 7,000 animals have got to die.
Question is, what number are you on now? What number?
I'm probably halfway there already.
I was about to say,
Yeah,
you're a
my-
solid 1,000.
Yeah.
Eggs though.
I've stopped many chicken.
He's on about
yeah.
100,000 chickens.
Yeah.
If he hadn't eaten the eggs, he does.
Yeah, I mean,
And that was just today. So I don't.
yeah. Well, we have fun.
We do.
We love
Yeah.
it.
But yeah, that was. Did you put a Q&A up?
Oh yeah, I did. Let me see if I can.
Oh God! Well, it has to be
You
said.
chat amongst-
After watching a lot of your podcasts, I'm very, very glad you haven't gone rifling through my TikTok and I have to listen to my voice. That would have been fucking.
I did, but
We
we've
did
run
do
out
it.
of time before that. So
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Sausage.
Give it.
I am
I
very
have-
happy for this.
I had some explain that TikToks.
We can do
unlock
we
those
can do that
TikToks.
after the cut when we're getting a little bit
Yeah.
tipsy and I haven't
Yeah.
got a giant audience because listening to your own voice in company.
I can
This is
imagine.
the thing, because
I
I
can
looked through a lot of
imagine.
your TikToks and none of them were like embarrassing to bring up because they're just
Well,
like factual
the
TikToks.
other thing, your
and-
Instagram, you've not deleted anything since like
Never.
2013.
Never.
way.
So-
I've never deleted it. Well,
Like-
the only things that I deleted were my pupils were shall we say, slightly dilated. So I was like, that can go.
Yeah.
But you know,
Dark, yeah.
I view Instagram in the sense that it's a gallery of my life. Right?
That's the thing. I said that. I was like, I really respect that you've not deleted anything from your Instagram.
I got in a lot of trouble with girlfriends for that. Like a lot of trouble like that. Like, excuse, why have you got your ex-girlfriend? I'm like,
You
which
understand that
one?
you just whispered that into a microphone so everyone can still hear it. It doesn't make a difference.
It's the proper Instagram like filter shit. It's like back in the day.
Oh, I've got the
2013
solid black and white on there. The Tokyo. There we go. Have it.
Right, what we got, John?
So you got, I've got about, one's more like a fact/question, and then I've got two more. So the first one I go with, how does it feel to be on the podcast? This podcast specifically, that's one of them.
Okay, that it feels genuinely fucking superb. Like I walked in, felt like an instant friend, and we've just, shooted the breeze, chewed the fat for like 2-3 hours, and it's been amazing. I got friends for life.
Perfect.
Thank you, man.
legend.
That means a lot. That means a lot.
Yeah.
Love you.
Let's have sex.
Let's go.
The fact/question one, I'm just going to ignore because it's pretty unusual. And then the last one is, do you have a secret talent?
Oh gosh.
Apart from that lighter trick.
No,
we've tried it.
Apart from the lighter trick, I guess the only one that I've got is if I take these off
Here we
and
go.
do that, is I can make my ears wiggle.
Oh, it's a British.
so good, John. You're
It's a
Let me
fucking
get a video.
tournament
So
now.
you're like,
Let's go.
Let's go.
Your whole hair moves, man. It's more than
Oh my
just your
God.
ears.
We can
I
compare.
think-
We can compare. Oh, you want me to do mine too?
Yeah. I've been trying.
I've
trying,
never
to
met
be
somebody
fair.
else that can do it.
Johnny's better at doing it than you, mate.
Oh, you
because your hair moves.
Yeah,
He
my
goes,
whole
I've
hair.
got
He
no
can
hair.
just move them. You said it, mate.
I know.
I'm trying to think. The only other secret talent I've got that's not really secret is I can do the worm. And that's
Yes,
What?
yes.
Fuck off.
Get
Can
the
you do
fuck
the
up.
worm?
I can fucking
Right
do the
now.
I've
worm.
never
then.
seen anyone
Right,
do the worm.
can
in
I
person.
please go for a piss
Of
before
course,
I
of
do the
course.
worm? Because
Well,
otherwise
yeah,
it's
we'll
going to be
piss.
dead. That'll
Okay,
be,
do
that'll
the
be your
worm.
outro.
Beforehand, 10 to 20% of people can move their ears.
Oh,
So it's a 1 in
okay,
10.
okay.
We're not that
That's-
rare. We're not
so-
that
Oh,
rare.
that's pretty rare for a 1 in 4 right here.
Yeah.
Two in 4
For a
can move their
50%.
ears.
50%.
Behind the bar is where the freaks congregate. I like
Yes.
this.
Yes, yes.
That could be our motto.
Thanks.
Where the freaks that's the title. That's the title. Where the freaks congregate.
Yes!
I just want to apologise for the barnet because I'm looking like
Oh yeah, he's
a
nicked the hat.
90s
You're
dropout
all right, man.
now.
We're all drunk. It's fine.
We've got them discombobulated.
They're not.
Not drunk enough.
Have the fucking hat back. I'm not that gay.
Okay.
Right.
Are we going?
So we're doing the worm.
We're
So,
doing the
yeah.
one. We gotta
Is
see
that
this.
is that going to be our outro?
So Tom's going to do the
Yeah,
one.
let's
and then
end
we'll-
it. Let's end it with a. So first, harmony.
So
That's it,
actually,
you
yeah,
gotta join
pick
in.
a note. Sing a note. Go. Oh,
this is
but
gonna be
nice and
fucking
low.
stupid.
Okay,
Nice and low.
I'm gonna fuck this up.
You have been watching Behind the Bar podcast.
That was
Yeah.
so minor.
That wasn't great.
That was so minor.
Oh my god, so minor.
You mean dissonance?
That's it. That's the one.
Look at these dirty Shoreditch dogs.
I did a music
Wow.
degree. Come on, man. Can you chill out?
Thank you very much for listening and/or watching.
This
We
has
are-
been
Yeah. Behind
episode
the
13.
And I just want to say, boys,
Yeah.
thank you very, very much. I have had an utterly delightful time.
Oh, so
Means
glad.
the world.
No, honestly, you boys, credit to the goddamn industry, right? You put the hard work in. Unlucky number 13.
Yeah.
I'd like to
You
say
said
it's
it
been
now.
a good podcast.
It's
Yeah.
been
Yeah,
amazing.
it's been
It's
great.
been amazing, man.
And,
Thank you.
I've had a brilliant time, so I feel like
Yeah.
I now should down headphones and
Do the worm.
do the worm for you boys.
Perfect.
We're gonna end it on the worm. So
Okay, right, I'll
Thank
get
you
ready.
very much for listening.
Right, come on then. Don't try this at home, boys and girls.
Oh my god! Oh my god! So I reckon I could do that. Can I try?
Yeah.
Can I try?
Yeah.
Go on, do it. The hard part is the holding yourself when you go in.
Yeah, that was so smooth dropping into it. Jesus.
I'm gonna face plant, aren't I?
Yeah.
You know that's going to be the intro clip as well. Oh, no.
It's really painful on the knees, man. He did it. He's so short.
There we go.
Oh, mate. Come on, John. Podcast. What a podcast. Come on. Come on. Ben, do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
You've all got to do it now. I'm sorry, John. I'm sorry.
Fine, I'll do it.
Take the nice jacket off though.
My white shirt instead.
This camera is heavy, Ben.
That's how
He's used to lifting heavy equipment.
Exactly.
He's not talking about
It's
his
No,
compensating.
he's got a whole Noel Fielding's car. Yeah.
He knows the screws are lyrics.
Oh!
Overcommit.
No, we can do round two. Do round two. Round two's alright.
Okay. Yes! Go on, son.
There she is.
That's not enjoyable.
Right,
man.
yeah, we've got to make sure that old man doesn't break no bones.
Whoa! I've now learned a lot about your sex life.
Oh yeah. Come on.
It took some work.
This has been
Behind the Bar podcast. Thank you very much.
episode
13.
with
This gorgeous bunch of reprobates.
no you.
Oh, well, okay, with me, the arsehole. Love you. You have been watching Behind the Bar podcast.